Wow, guys, so sorry about the inconvenience. I'm extremely sorry because there was some kind of system issue out here, and because of network issues, the system got. I really apologize to all you guys that my the live stream got. Yeah, so sorry, guys, once again for the disconnection. The stream got disconnected because of network issue. I really apologize to each one of you, whoever was part of the session and missed out on, the continuity of it. So let's continue. So as I was telling you that you have to basically make sure that you are trading in right platforms. You are trading in exchange platform which has good like license, which has licenses and are centralized exchanges, because you don't want to fall victim to any kind of losses or any kind of scams or things like that. And people out here are facing some kind of issues, and these are good examples for all of us that we need to be diligent in terms of where we are getting into, and not just get carried away with anything and everything that's coming our way. Okay, so let's begin our session. Once again, I'm so sorry. I'm going to log into the session. Give me a second. Guys, extremely sorry about the session being disconnected. So I will catch with you guys in a little while, like maybe in next 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll continue talking about the session. So we are going to be live for 4 hours. Don't worry. So some of you asked me certain requests, which I will definitely fulfill. I have not ignored your request. I have heard you guys. I will be coming back to it. So let's see how you're going to position yourself today and how you're going to make some good profits. We will basically discuss about a lot of things when we are, while we are discussing all these things. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, just a sec, just a sec. guys. So as I was telling you guys before going for the break, that we need to basically look into various things. Now, coming to the live cryptocurrency market here today, I have, wait, hold on. Where is my, yeah. So as you can see, the live cryptocurrency market here. So there is like 5% market, which is Ethereum, which is moving at 5%, BNB at 0.82, Solana at 1.84, XRP at 0.87, Bitcoin is also negative. So how, a lot of us are basically facing how we all are facing the issue of getting into losses is because we're not sizing ourselves, or we're not sizing our positions properly. That is where it is exactly going wrong. And I want you guys to remember that the cryptocurrency markets on an ongoing basis, every crypto on every different day basically behaves in different manner. Where exactly it goes wrong is like when you are not putting your targets properly. So says today's market, like for Ethereum, is basically at like it's at 5% market today. Risk to reward of at least 1:2, 3, 4 is also possible, but there will be days where basically mine it is in minus, or it is not even running at 2%, and then at that point in time the markets are behaving very very like low, or like it's not going in the right direction. That time you can't expect the profits to even be 1:1, 1:2 also, and there will be times like that. So how you position yourself really, really matters, and how you do all these things. These are very important things that we are talking about. So just a second. 2 seconds, guys. I think I've opened too many. Okay, now it's fine. Let me open the. Okay. So what's very important here is like we need to understand. Last time we basically discussed about a few things, which were, we talked about what kind of risk you basically need, like what kind of a risk taker you are, how much capital you're looking to invest, and what is your financial goal, and all. Based on all these things, we basically decided which crypto to go for. And then we looked into the features of the product. These were what are the things that we covered, I'm telling you. Okay, so we covered, how the Zbit platform looks like, what are the different features, what are the different types of orders, and then we also looked into some of the mathematical calculations that we did, like how to position yourself, especially when the market is either running 1%, 2%, 5%, whatever, and how you can put your risk to reward ratio and all of that. Then I told you guys, I remember very clearly that next session I'm going to basically go about with talking how to do the technical analysis, what are the different things that you need to look at, and how you can also trade basis the other chart patterns and things like that. So how you're going to do all that, we are going to see in this session. So guys, you can see this is the trading view application that I sometimes use, because sometimes looking at the charts on the Zbit application sometimes becomes a bit difficult for me. So I use trading view also simultaneously. But the beauty of zbit.com is that you can use the charts like simultaneously along with your when you're placing the trades, you can do all of this simultaneously, which is a very good thing on Zbit platform. So I think that way basically we are having good amount of exposure to everything in one place, and that will not be a issue here. Okay, so now coming to different types of things that we need to look at while we are trading. Some of us like to look at the chart patterns and how the candlestick pattern looks like, or how the charts look like, and we like to trade in that direction. Some of us like to trade basis the indicators, and there is nothing wrong in it, because trading in both the ways is fine, as far as how to predict markets and speculate, and think about how to like take your buy or sell positions. It shouldn't be a problem. While I don't completely always encourage you use indicators, but indicators will definitely make your life easy, so you can go for indicators, but not one indicator at one time shouldn't be how you perceive things. I'm going to show you what are the various things that I use while I'm actually doing technical analysis, and I want you guys go when you're done with the with this session, to go apply these things while you are trading as well, so that you can test it yourself, look for the results yourself, then get into trades. Now, when I get onto a trading platform and I am trying to take up a position here, there are various things that I look into. And what are the things that I look into? First of all, very important thing for me is the moving average. Now, moving average, what I use as an indicator is I use a 50-day moving average. I use a 200 MA. So these are the two different types of moving averages that I use on an ongoing basis. The reason why I use them is 50 moving average will give me a short perspective where the price is moving in terms of how the average price is and how the current price is moving. So whenever you see price is either going up or down, like up or below the moving average, then you know exactly whether it is in uptrend or downtrend. So moving average does not only tell you the overall bigger market structure of how the overall trend looks like, but it also in the shorter time frame shows you whether in short time frame has it pulled back, is it still going up, is it pulled back, or what exactly is the position. Like for example, now I have moving average on my charts right now, and I go and I'll change my settings to 1 to 50 moving average, another to 200 moving average. Okay, these are my two moving averages that I use. So you can see it yourself. The yellow line is the 200 moving average, and the green one is the 50 moving average. Currently, in both the scenarios, price is below moving average, which means in shorter time frame, sorry, not shorter time frame, it's a 60 minutes chart I am onto, and in 60 minutes my price is below moving average. Now coming to 1 minute or 5 minutes, if we are trying to scalp a position, in that scenario price is above moving average. So you can see it is in a short term uptrend, but in the bigger time frame it is in downtrend only. Even if I'd like try to locate it on 4 hours chart, it is in downtrend only. Okay, so now what do you understand of this, that the bigger picture of it, the 4 hours chart which you're seeing, the bigger market structure, you can clearly see that the market is basically below like the price is below the moving average. That means it is in the downtrend in a bigger perspective. Whereas on 60 minutes also is the same thing, but coming to 5 minutes or 1 minute chart where we're trying to put a scalping strategy, we're trying to do scalping here, then we might be in an uptrend, where in this scenario, depending on how strong the trend looks like, we are basically going to enter into a trade. So we all know for a fact that whenever market is in uptrend, we should basically be buying the buying in that in that direction. When it is basically in the downtrend, that's where we basically sell a lot. So because market gives you the option, in spot it's the opposite, it's a different rule. In spot basically you buy low and sell high, so you don't have any proper like concept as in like you should always follow downtrend, uptrend, and all of that. You can always take a right kind of approach where if you find good amount of like good opportunity where you are able to buy any dip, you can go for it. But coming to futures, you all know that basically futures will let you do trade in both the directions and will let you buy and sell in both that direction as well as make profit in both the directions. That's the beauty of futures. Although basically is a very risky type of trading, but because it has both the features and both the options available, you can basically trade in any direction and make money. So to all my people who basically are just starting out in this industry, don't worry. If you know how to use leverage in the right direction, there will not be any problem. You can make money from both the angles. You don't necessarily need to buy low and sell high. You can always sell as well as you can always buy and still make profits. And I will show you how exactly you do it and how you position yourself. So depending on your capital, like what capital you can invest, how much leverage you are ready to take, you can decide on taking a position. Now, for example, when the market itself is running at 1%, 2%, 5%, you need to set a realistic target. When markets are doing well, yes, keep 1:4, also 1:5, keep ambitious numbers, which is okay, the risk to reward. But when the markets are not moving in right direction, you better not go into that zone also where you're putting too unrealistic targets there. So in this current scenario, I can see it's a minus 4.93%. But yes, even in this current scenario, it is minus 5.27. So it's a negative market right now. It's not positive. If this was positive, then I would have told you to keep 1:2, 1:4, 1:3 also for long buy positions. But now because market is already down and it's in downtrend, so if you guys are taking short positions in this current scenario, because it is in minus 5.22%, you can also take any like if you want to keep targets, especially for short sell positions, then you can keep a target a little more also, because markets today are in negative. So we definitely don't have any great opportunity for buying much, because any time in the short momentum, which is in the current scenario, in the scalping strategy, the price might reverse at any given point. So you see the price was just near the moving average here, like 50 moving average, and it's just gone up a little while ago only. So it's like this is like around 1540 candle, and the price went it's high like somewhere around 1630, and now it's basically 1735. It is here, so it's not much far off if you see. So 994554. Yes, my dear. Yes. Are you ready for it? Yes, I will do a giveaway. Given that you guys know that what are the rules of the game, the rules of the streaming is you have to deposit funds while I am, live, and take a trade with me. Okay, taking a trade is subject to you guys. It's not something which I basically am not, because I'm not advising or I'm not in doing any investment or education, like sorry, investment or financial advice. It totally depends on you want to take a trade or not. But yes, the rule is that you have to do deposit while I am live. And the more deposits I get, the more support I get, I'm going to basically announce the giveaway, and I'm definitely going to do that for all you guys, so don't worry on that. So go and utilize this platform, guys. 994554. Thank you for bringing in the topic. That's right. I will do a giveaway. It's that you have to follow the rules. The rules is like you have to deposit funds. And it's not in my account. You're doing it in your own account only. So deposit funds into your account only, so that you can stand the chance to win some free giveaways. Okay. That's a surprise for all you guys. So yes, I am doing giveaways. Giveaways are part of the sessions every day, guys. It all totally depends how many deposits I get in a day. Then based on that, one lucky winner will be picked up. The more amount, how probably, I don't know, the criteria might differ every day. So it might be like if someone has done like good amount of deposit into their account, then probably I can pick up based on the highest amount. Or if somebody has done multiple deposits, as well, I might pick up something like that, different criterias altogether. So the more deposits you do, the more chances of you getting picked up for that giveaway is like very much possible. So you guys can now know that the rules are very simple. And I'm not asking you to do this depositing my account. It is in your account only you guys are depositing. It's just that you have to basically press the deposit button on the screen which you see like on the application, and deposit funds through that only. That is how I will be picking up. The bigger the deposit, the bigger the prize or the giveaway that's coming your way. So, or not the bigger the price. The price can be basically anything, but the bigger the deposit, the chances are of you getting picked is very high. If I am getting, like, for example, you deposit say 100 $200, whereas I have other user who is just doing $1 or $2, then your chance of getting a giveaway becomes more probable, like it becomes more evident. So I might pick up somebody who's doing a lot of deposits, multiple deposits, or doing big amounts of deposits. So I have to definitely respect and love my loyal users here, guys. So you understand this fact, right? So people who are supporting me in my streaming every day, I'm going to definitely reward them with something from my end. So yeah, that is about giveaway. I will repeat it. And now let's move on. As I was telling you, like there are various things that you need to look at when you're doing technical analysis side of it. So technical analysis includes looking at the charts. Now charts also have different types of charts. If you see, when you click on this option here, there is a bars chart, there is a follow candle chart, there is a Heiken-Ashi chart, there is a line chart, area chart, baseline. Some people, in fact, when I started initially, I even used to use a line chart only. I don't ever used to look at any candles. These days I started a different pattern, like a different way of trading. But previously I just used to use the line graph, and I used to trade in that direction also. So a lot of people use different candles, like chart patterns, to be able to trade. What suits best according to your wish and will, you can always do it. I'm not putting any emphasis. Yes, if in case I'm going to use any of this, I will be showing you that also. But as of now, I'm not doing anything as such. So candlesticks, because it's the most popular way of looking at charts and analyzing. That's used, across the globe by a lot of people, because that kind of gives more clarity in terms of how the price is performing and things like that. So people like to use that, but it's totally up to you also. Sometimes I use line graph. I really don't care about red candle, green candle, because for me, what I tend to do is I buy it at a dip, and then I'm just waiting, like with a 1:2, 1:3, 1:4 ratio, and I'm just sitting and watching, because I'm not even regularly trading. I'm not doing everyday trade or so, or I'm not trying to capture small place, scalping positions or something. So I keep it a very simple logic, where for example, I buy it at this dip, and then I kept my target somewhere here, and I just exit. So that is how I do it. I just take a dip where I see that it is reached oversold on the RSI. Then I come to my long position here. I pick up my long position. I put my targets here, like I buy it here, and then basically, like for example, I want to set my target like this. So I like put 1.1:5, and I want to exit 3,351. So I do like this also. So this is how I do it. And then it really don't matter at times whether you want to go for candlesticks or you want to go for like line graphs or something like that. Okay, now I told you very clearly, guys, that there are different things when we need to do while we are actually analyzing the charts. One is definitely the moving average, which plays a very significant role. And now why you should use moving averages, whether you're using moving average or you're using simple exponential moving average, it will give you an idea in shorter time frame as well as in longer time frame, bigger time frames, is price in uptrend or is in downtrend. So whenever you see price is moving above the moving average, it means it is in uptrend. Okay, and when you see the price is below the moving average, it means it's in a downtrend. Now these two things basically can differ on different time frames, and what you're right now seeing on 5 minutes chart, you might not see it on 1 hour or 4 hours chart. It can be an opposite price action that might be happening. So that's why we try to understand from both the perspective, short and the long time frame, and try to understand how price is performing in terms of whether it's moving in uptrend or downward trend, and take a trade according to that structure. Now there are two types of structures we all know. Market structures are like of two types. It is internal and external. Whenever you're looking market at a smaller perspective or at a macro perspective, then we basically say it's an internal market structure. But if you're looking at a bigger picture, the macro level picture, not micro level, macro level, then basically it is something you're seeing from a very big perspective. So that way you are basically seeing the external market structure, and then you decide whether it's in uptrend or downtrend and how you want to pick up a trade. So sometimes we basically to pick up based on chart patterns also, and we try to analyze markets as per looking at the charts also. So how do you do that? Let's see, let's pick up something called as the breakout strategy today. And today, since morning, I was basically trying to, I'm not trying to basically pick up a scalping strategy. I'm going to pick up a breakout strategy, and I'm trying to see in 1 hour's chart what is the opportunity that I'm able to get. Okay. So this is one of what is happening. So this is one trend line which I have set. Okay. So price did touch this trend line 1, 2, 3 times at least, and then it took a break. Okay, mostly what happens is whenever the price is trying to reverse, so when you draw a trend line, whether it's in downtrend, uptrend, whether it's in basically in any other direction, most of the time 3 to 5 times is what it kind of is believed to touch the trend line, and then it bounces back. So you see, one time it touched here, then it bounced back, 2 times it touched here, and then it bounced back. Third time it didn't bounce, but it kind of still remained in an upper zone. But then fourth time it bounced, and then almost third time it bounced, and then it is going in the other direction. Now here you see that there is a moving average which price did touch here. Okay, whenever there is basically, remember this very carefully, guys, like whenever price is touching the moving average, and either it is going to remain up or down, it totally depends. Sometimes when it touches the moving average and price either moves very far away or it moves very near, uh, till the time you see that, like for example in this case, the price basically, like moving average moved very far from the price here. Now when you see that this has moved very far, now again there will be a time where basically it will pull back and price is again going to touch this moving average very soon. So you see the price went very far, the breakout happened, and then the price was basically trading in this zone, went very far from moving average, and now it is trading in this zone. Okay, now coming to another indicator which is very important for us to decide whether a pullback is coming or not is the RSI. And I also use not just RSI, or I also use normally the Fibonacci retracement also to see if the price is retracing or the downtrend in the current scenario is continuing. So in this scenario, basically the price is moving down. It is in downward direction, and now we kind of see that there is a bounce that is coming here. So if I try to draw another trend line here, okay, I'll narrow this down. Okay, I don't want to keep it. Yeah, I can keep it like this. Okay, so this was a downtrend, and now once price tried to bounce outside, uh, this breakout definitely you see would have was a very clear market break trap. Actually, you can see when price was trying to go up in this direction, I'm sure a lot of people try to buy in this. There is not a very big wick that is being seen, so it means that there was not much of a rejection or anything as it. But then yes, when people bought at this level, it did trap the market. You can see there is a proper market trap here. Suddenly price bounced back from this region, because I think at this point in time there was not much of liquidity. Price was not able to hold at this level, and then suddenly it bounced back here. Then it touched the resistance zone, support zone again, and then now it has broken. Now, very important thing which all of us need to know is, whenever we are trying to trade the breakout strategy, you cannot blindly go with one candle breaking out above resistance and then suddenly enter into a trade. The strategy is always, there are two things which you need to remember. One is, like, you have to either wait. There are two things which you need to confirm when you're looking for a breakout strategy is, one, which is like a big candle with a very big body forming. Okay, and when I say big candle with big body, the wicks has to be like very small. They shouldn't be very big. The wicks should be very small. Then probably you might expect that the breakout is very evident. So in this case, because the body was very small, the breakout was not evident. So this was a very clear cut thing. If maybe the breakout would have happened with a very big body, like for example, this big breakout would have happened, definitely we could have said that yes, the breakout has happened and the buy entry should have come here in this scenario. But in this scenario, because the candle did not become very strong and price reversed completely from this direction, it is very much clear that it was a market trap. So this is how you understand. First thing is, like, you see a very strong candle forming, then you should be sure that yes, the breakout is very likely to come. And then if you want to take a long buy position from here, you can start taking an entry and try to keep your target as whatever you want, 1 is to 2, 3, whatever, and then take a trade. If in case you do not see a very big body candle at the breakout, which is like for example in this zone, then you're basically, what you're going to do is, you're going to see for three small candles at least. Now whether the price is moving in downward direction or upward doesn't matter, but three candles with like good little body. Okay, I'm not saying wick, but 2 3 candles at least with some little wick has to form here. Like in this case, for example, you see the breakout happened at this zone, but price basically still did not make any great highs, although the breakout has happened. So now from here the small candles started forming, though breakout has happened. But entering at this stage is like quite unsure, because you can see these movements are not giving clear cut information. It's looking like it's kind of in the neutral zone. And you can see here, uh, if you're not sure whether this is really a breakout or it's like consolidating here, you better look at, if you're confused, you can always look at RSI also, because RSI will clearly point out that if price is near 15 neutral zones, and then you can take a trade accordingly. So while you want to think like this is a breakout and take a trade, the the breakout strategy is not really justifying here, and basically it's not giving any clarity though. So that's why it's better that because it is consolidating in this zone still, the breakout has still not come is what I feel, according to where it is standing on the RSI. So can you take a trade here or not? That is something we basically have to see, that the breakout is really coming or not. For me, it looks like this is just a consolidation phase that it is in. Although when we try to, take a look at the breakout strategy, like, looking at downtrend or looking at different patterns out there, uh, whenever the resistance is basically crossed, we, assume that yes, the reverse, like, the price is going to break through, and then we are supposed to take a trade. So in this zone, still it's an indecisive zone. Like, although it broke past the resistance zone, but it still is like an indecisive zone. So at this stage, you want to still hold on to your trade, you can, but if I see the same thing on maybe 5 minutes chart or a small chart, maybe it might be a different scenario altogether. You can see it here, 5 minutes chart. It's going in a different direction altogether. It's in uptrend already, and that is a different scenario altogether. But coming to 60 minutes, when we are looking at the 60 minutes chart, so you can see it yourself. Entering at this stage is not a bad idea. Reason being, you are at neutral zone here. So even if the buying becomes stronger at this zone, then in the coming few minutes, if the price is basically going to the like buying pressure is going to build, price might shoot up in this direction. So this overall, if we kind of look at this, I'm going to just delete this and put a long position out here and see. Hold on, it is my delete. Okay, so I talked about this, right? So even if the position was taken here, 3326 is the position, and right now the so even if it was bought at this zone, which was 333124, or at this point, which is 3324, there are two very significant things, if you guys would have noticed. One is that the price went completely in on RSI, it went completely oversold. So this could have been a very good entry point for all of us to buy, because from this, you see, not just this, the liquidity sweep that has happened here, the liquidity grab like 3058. If anybody would have even purchased at this level, by now you guys must be sitting at what? Let me just put a long position and see here how much of a risk to reward that we are expecting, or how much are we able to achieve till here. So it's like from this dip to this dip, almost 1:2 ratio is almost achieved here, which is a good thing. So why you should have taken this entry is because there's a double bottom pattern that got created here. So whenever a double bottom gets to go up, so this is one of the reasons why we should basically enter into a trade. So this is one thing. Second thing is, yes, of course, on the charts you can clearly see that price basically went completely like oversold on RSI. So it was like around 19 or something on the charts, but I'm still on a 60 minutes chart, guys. So you see, this dip that we're talking about has happened today, 5th of November, at around so I think I'm not on UTC, I'm basically as per Dubai time only. So has happened around 1 o'clock here. So from between 1 o'clock till basically this candle where we are 6 o'clock. So almost in 6 hours, good amount of profit. 1:2 means from here, which is 3049 to 3359. How much is that difference? Like, let me just open the calculator. 3359 minus how much is the 3053 almost. 306. 3058 to 53, whatever. So it was almost a $306 or 306 points move that we are talking about. So it's a good win, right? So 306 means even if I try to calculate this in percentage manner, like percentage wise, let's see how much will it be. So it's like 3058 to 3358. Sorry, 58. So it's almost like it's like almost 9.8% of a move. So on the charts you can see it's showing us 10.27, but if I do some literal calculations out there, here it's showing like almost 10% move that you're talking about. So I think which is a significant change, which is a significant move. So you guys, what have you missed out? You understand it, right? Now, this is basically, I'm talking about a very big position, which is like, I'm not talking about, basically, I'm talking about long strategy. I'm on a 60-minute chart. This is not scalping. This is not any kind of and this strategy I'm not picking or I'm not showing it for your futures trading, because in futures trading you do have leverage which you basically have to look into. So when you are basically getting into scalping, your target that you're trying to keep with the futures position may not be achieved. Hi, my dear Sonam. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. 797623. You also welcome to the stream. What Sonam? You've come very late today. It's almost 1 hour late that you've come. Not 1 hour, 2 hours late actually. What was that keeping you busy? Are you doing some successful trades? So how is it going for you so far? Sonam, is it going good? Are you able to make some profits? What exactly is happening? So if we are trying to now this was almost it took 6 hours for it to reach the target, and at the same time what we have seen is it was almost a $306 move. So $306 or 306 points move means, for example, now how will you be able to, if we're not doing spot trading and we're doing futures trading in this particular scenario, and we know for a fact that futures trading will liquidate by itself if in case we are not trying to maintain the margins in the account. So imagine, like, let's say I took a trade. Let's put this in some futures trading things. I'm taking some big numbers here to calculate it, because guys, why I want to do it is to make you understand that even if you're holding a position like for 3 hours, 6 hours, or whatever, in futures trading, are you able to make profits or not? Okay, if you take, you can now, you can, based on these calculations, you can fix your calculations anywhere. Like, you can maybe lower down the amounts, and all the whole idea is like to show you guys how the position is going to hold, and whether or not with this movement are you able to make any profits or not. Okay, so imagine I had $300. Okay, I had $300 and I took a 5x of leverage. All right. So it means that I have $300 in my pocket. I'm taking a 5x leverage, and I took basically a $1,500 position. And what price did I buy it at? I bought it at this position, which is 3058. Okay, my buying price is 3058, and I'm doing a long position here. So how much so obviously we will be dividing that with the amount here, right? 3058. So 3058 means these are the number of contracts that I'm going to get in my pocket. Of course, I'm not calculating the fees out here. You have to also remember you have your maker and taker fees here. So that will also get deducted. That we will do at the end of the overall when we are selling it. Okay, so for example, after 6 hours, your 1:2, how much is it? 1:2 ratio is achieved here. So 1:2 ratio means 3377. Okay, correct. Currently 3377 is the position. Okay, so you sold it at 3377, 1:2 ratio. So you see, in 1 hour with $1,500, you were able to achieve 1656, which means your overall gross profit is 156.47. 156.47. Okay. Now coming to 156.47, here you also have your taker and maker fees, right? Imagine, even if in taker and maker fees complete your 6.47, which is not the real case, I'm just hypothetically saying, even 6.47 completely is gone, whatever this denominator, I don't want to keep this, मैं मोटा मोटी कर रही हूँ, okay, not completely also. So 38849. So I am still left out with $150 as the profit, guys, with 150 profit directly. Now, one very important thing which you all need to know, because when you are doing a trade basis, your basis, what we call it as leveraging, the leverage position can remain for certain time only and only until unless there is proper margin in your account. Only that is when it is going to remain, because if the margin is not there in your account, the position is going to liquidate. And in this scenario, because we assume that we wanted to take a long position and price basically has to reach this target what we are looking at, we kept a 1:2 as the target here. Sorry, 1:1.183, 1.183. So if we have to achieve this, and we are talking about 306 points move, which is almost like 10% is what we are seeing. So is it, with this current whatever we did calculations, are we able to achieve it or not? Let's have a look at it. So suppose if it went positive the way we are assuming, it doesn't matter for us, like that uh, what we are trying to achieve is we got the profit. But what if it goes in wrong direction? In case something goes wrong and the market is not going in our direction, so how do you calculate the liquidation position? So the liquidation position is calculated in this way, which means you have $300 margin, you took a 1,500 position. So $300 divided by 1,500, which means up to 0.2% is what you are able to hold the position. So it means 20% or up to 20 times is what you are able to hold the position. So now you bought it at 3, what was the amount that you bought it at? 3058. So suppose 3058 is what you purchased it at, right? And it did not go in the right direction. So into, when you are thinking of a long position, it is 1 plus your margin out there, that percentage out there. But when you are trying to short it, it should be 1 minus whatever the denominator you have, like 0.2. So here 1 minus 0.2 is basically 0.8 of it. So I will be multiplying that to it. So up 2,446 till price to reaches 2446 on the chart, my $300 position with 5x of the leverage is going to remain. And you saw the market went in the positive direction only, it did not go negative. This is the worst case scenario that I'm talking about, where 2446 is what it went. You thought you want to long it, and you're trying to hold it till your till you achieve profit with buy low and sell high. But here, if it happens in the opposite direction, the price, the position is able to hold till it reaches 2446. Now what are you trying to do? You are trying to leverage, you're trying to basically lose out $300. You're risking $300 in order to achieve. If you win, you're getting $150 and above profit. Imagine, over and above your principal amount, whatever you're doing. But if anything goes wrong, up to 2446 is what it is able to hold. So how much is the difference between this and this is basically, it's basically 26, sorry, 2246. Did I say 2246? 2446, sorry, not 2246, 2446. So it's almost 20% that you're talking about here. So your leverage is able to hold up to 20%. Today market is basically at a like minus 4.3 to whatever. So abhi your position has a capacity to hold 20 times of this current scenario. But if in case you achieve the profit, you're getting around 1.83%, which is almost like what do you call, $150 profit that you're getting. But if you have to lose and it goes in the opposite direction, doesn't go in your direction, your position is going to get liquidated at this level. Wait, I'll show you. Let me just point it out. 2000, yeah, 2000. Somewhere here it will get liquidated. 2446, right? 24446. Where is it? 2446. Yeah, somewhere here. This is where it is going to get liquidated. So is it, do you think it's not possible, or do you think it is possible? What do you think? Is it an achievable thing, or is it not an achievable thing? And this, I'm not doing any scalping here. I'm trying to give you a bigger perspective of it. Now 2446, until it reaches 2446, your position is not going to liquidate. So you just have to see whether or not you're able to from this zone, your profit is getting achieved or not. The moment you see even 0.5 or 1% also market is like going not doing that great, you better get out of it and don't take a trade or put the stop loss and get out of it. In futures trading, I know it's a very, very risky and very, very crazy things. You cannot definitely wait for six hours or things like that, because definitely there is, something called margin that you are using, and you are, for me, honestly speaking, if I'm using margin, I would never ever, plan out my strategy in this manner. I would use this strategy only when I'm basically doing spot trading. But if I'm using leverage, I might either go for scalping and I will see my position in the 5 minutes or 15 minutes maximum chart. I would not wait like hours and hours together, which is like really, really a difficult thing to do. So this thing, what I'm trying to tell you is, you can, depending on your capacity, whether you think, like, if you know how to use leverage, if you know how to trade in spot and all that, then there is no issue with it. You want to keep this strategy for futures also, that's okay. But because मतलब ना risk इतना ज़्यादा associated है ना, that you kind of get, I mean, at least I get a heart attack if I'm going to wait for so long, especially when it's a leverage position. I don't want to risk that kind of a thing. So if in next 10-15 minutes I'm able to take out some profit with futures trading, I would rather go in that direction, like scalping and then just getting out of it. But keeping it so long with that kind of money, especially leveraging out and everything, that's going to be very risky. So decide what you want to do at like what suits you, what may work for you. This is like something called as breakout strategy that we're talking about, picking up patterns and seeing where the breakout might come, what trend is going on, like downtrend, uptrend, what is going on, and that based on that you're picking up some point of entry and then you're trying to trade. So guys, I hope this is clear enough for you guys. This comes a lot with crazy kind of risk. I don't encourage, especially when you guys are doing futures trading. It's very risky. So better don't put a strategy like this in. ये मेरा पर्सनल ओपिनियन है, लेकिन अगर आपके लिए काम करता है तो यू बेटर डू इट, नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. ओके, सो एज आई मेंशन कि ये ब्रेकआउट स्ट्रैटेजी मैंने बताई है. अब इसको आप कैसे इस्तेमाल करोगे या क्या क्या करोगे या कैसे करोगे, ये आपकी विश है. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेल यू. अभी आप इसको you'll fit it on futures trading and then you'll plan it out accordingly. देखो 20% का मार्जिन तो है, नो डाउट. अभी मार्केट चल रही है -4 वटेवर, आपकी मार्केट चल रही है 5%, तो आपके पास 15% का बफर तो है, नो डाउट. पर वो 15% का जो बफर का आप रिस्क ले रहे हो, क्या वो रिस्क लेना लेजिटिमेट है, या फिर वो रिस्क लेना इज इट गुड इनफ, और इज इट वर्थ, दैट यू हैव टू थिंक. अगर आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी वर्कआउट कर गई तो प्रॉफिट तो आप देख रहे हो कि कितना अनलिमिटेड प्रॉफिट है, कितना जबरदस्त प्रॉफिट है. लेकिन अगर वर्कआउट नहीं करेगी तो फिर कितना ज्यादा भी नुकसान होने के आपके चांसेस है, वो भी आपने देख लिया. अगर आपको लगता है कि ठीक ठाक ना अच्छा खासा लॉस हो चुका है, मतलब आपने जो भी स्पेक्यूलेट किया उसके हिसाब से आपको नहीं आया, प्राइस 0.5 1% के आसपास आपका लॉस हो चुका है ऑलरेडी, तो ज्यादा रिस्क लेना भी काफी, मतलब ना आपका बहुत ज्यादा नुकसानदेह और बहुत ज्यादा रिस्की भी हो सकता है. तो कोशिश करें कि आप अपना ट्रेड बहुत ज्यादा ग्रीड के साथ ना लगाएं और रियलिस्टिक क्या पॉसिबल है और क्या पॉसिबल नहीं है उसके हिसाब से आप अपना काम करें. ओके, so let's move on. Anybody has any questions still? Anyone has any questions on the breakout strategies, how breakouts can be picked up for? Does anybody wants to ask any question? Anyone has any question, you can ask me, guys. This breakout strategy that we spoke about can work for you, but it does come, like I said, it comes with a lot of risk. So you guys have to implement this depending on what you're doing. See, this is achievable in futures also, it is achievable in spot also. But the risk associated less is with spot. Future may, when you, because you're using leverage and waiting, like see how much time has it taken for this 1:2 ratio to achieve. It took almost 6 hours time. So do you think you have that kind of capacity to wait 6 hours and because you're leveraging and you're taking too much of risk, like 5x of the leverage that you're taking, you're basically going to be very like it can be very crazy thing that you're doing, like it can be uh, how do I say, risky thing that you're doing. This was for 20x that I told you, but what if you would have taken a 2x of a leverage, say for example $300 into 2x, so you're taking a $600 position, so you took it at 3058 and you basically sold it at 3, sorry, what was the price here, 33, let me open it, 33, what was the selling price, 3377 is what we sold it. So even on $600 you are able to make $62 of profit. Imagine this whole thing has gone into your, it's not practically possible, this whole thing going into sorry, this is on this thing going into your fees, which is also, I don't think it will be a little more because it's taker and maker fees, right? So you still will be left out with, say, somewhere around 658. For example, you will be left out with, so $600 is your investment, so you're still left out with 58. But it took you 6 hours to achieve it, and $58 is your profit. Now, the very important thing which you need to also see is, because you're leveraging this much, now if the opposite of it happens, which means if price was supposed, if price behaves in the opposite direction, doesn't go in the direction of which you are expecting, so how much like up to what price level can you wait till the position gets liquidated? Let's have a look at it. So you have $300, you took a $600 position, so you're almost left out with 0.5. So which means if the position goes 1.5 times, means it is going in your direction only and you will be able to achieve great amount of profit. But if it is just going 0.5%, so it means that into, if you do the current price that you bought it at 3058, your position is going to liquidate at 1529. So isn't it that good? So which means how much is it giving you? It is giving you 50% of the time. So 3058 means what level is it? It is 1529. So 1529 means it's a 50% in, see, 50% exactly. So which means, are you understanding, guys? Which means that you bought it at 3058. Okay, you bought it at 3058, and if you kept your risk to reward ratio correctly and you get out at right time, you're getting around $58 of profits after your expenses. What if the opposite of it happens? You wanted to buy and you wanted to sell high, that was your target, but it didn't go in your direction, went in the opposite direction. तो अब ऑपोजिट में जाती है तो फिलहाल तो मार्केट इज मूविंग इन जस्ट -4-5% राइट नाउ, बट if it is moving in that direction, you have the capacity for it to hold till price reaches 1529. अब वॉलेटाइल मार्केट हो सकता है उधर तक पहुंच भी जाए, लेकिन 50% का डिक्रीज इथीरियम में होना थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है, बिकॉज इथीरियम विल नॉट मूव दैट क्विकली, इथीरियम विल नॉट बिहेव क्रेजीली like that, like the way NFTs or meme coins or other cryptos behave, इथीरियम में ऐसा स्पेसिफिकली नहीं होता है. तो 50% में अगर मार्केट उल्टा चली गई तो भी आपके पास अभी बहुत कैपेसिटी है उसको होल्ड करके रखने की. तो ट्रेड अगर इधर उधर थोड़ा भी होता है तो भी आप बेसिकली उसको होल्ड करके रख सकते हो. तो अगर आपने ये पोजीशन लगानी हो तो जो प्रॉफिट्स आपको आने हैं वो दिखने में तो बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर इसका ऑपोजिट हो गया ना तो फिर आपको बड़े बड़े वो हो सकते हैं. मतलब यू हैव टू बी लाइक वेरी केयरफुल इन टर्म्स ऑफ हाउ यू आर मैनेजिंग योरसेल्फ. तो आई होप दिस इज क्लियर फॉर यू गाइस. आप लोग अपने ट्रेड से ही फिक्स करेंगे. अगर रिस्क लेने की इतनी कैपेसिटी नहीं है आपके लिए, वन पेनी वन डॉलर भी बहुत मायने रखता है, तो बेटर है कि इसको अवॉइड कर दें. फ्यूचर्स में ना करें, ठीक है. स्पॉट में अगर आप इस तरीके की स्ट्रैटेजी को फिक्स करके चलेंगे तो स्पॉट में क्योंकि जब तक आप सेल नहीं करते, आपका क्रिप्टो आपकी जेब में ही पड़ा है, वो उसको आप 2 साल 10 साल के बाद भी सेल करोगे, तभी भी वो आपकी जेब में पड़ा है, तो उसमें उतनी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी एंड उसमें रिस्क भी एज आई से कम होता है। लेकिन हाँ, पैसे फंसने और बेसिकली ट्रैप में आने के बहुत चांसेस होते हैं। दैट अगर आपको नहीं करना हो तो फिर वो आप देख सकते हो कि आपको क्या सूटेबल लगता है और फिर उसके हिसाब से आप अपना पोजीशन फिक्स कर सकते हो। किसी को भी बीच में कहीं पे भी डाउट हो तो गाइस प्लीज फील फ्री टू आस्क मी एंड डोंट हेजिटेट। आई वांट यू गाइस टू बी वेरी इंटरैक्टिव ऑडियंस। आज थोड़ा सा पता नहीं, मुझे मेरा ना हेल्थ ठीक नहीं लग रहा है ना, आई एम अ बिट लो ऑन माय व्हाट डू यू कॉल, I'm a bit low on my energy today. So any questions? 502719. Welcome to the stream, my dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Any questions for me, guys? Please feel free to ask because uh, these sessions are exclusively for all you guys only. And if you guys are not going to ask any questions, you are the one who is losing. So please, I want you guys to ask me as much as you can so that you can take the right kind of trades. Are you guys facing any problem when it comes to spot futures trading? Are you making profits? How is it going for all you guys? Let me know. Or any specific questions you have, you can let me know too. Five zero two seven one nine. Do you have any questions? Today we were discussing about, like I'll repeat it. We were discussing about some technical analysis. We were like looking at some breakout strategies, and breakout strategies can work basically in all the what do you call, in all the time frames depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to scalp, also breakout strategy can work for you. If you're trying to basically do swing trading, pick up big moves or something like that, that also is possible. So this strategy can work wonderfully if you're specifically doing spot trading because you're trying to capture like swings here. So those swings can definitely be very fruitful for all you guys. And if you pick up breakout strategies specifically to when we talk about um, spot trading, that's definitely going to give you some great results. So on the chart, guys, on an ongoing basis, you will be seeing these kind of uh, so I have a beautiful picture for all you guys and a very beautiful piece of information. Remember this or memorize this or whatever you want to do, you can do this. You can have a look at this. These are all tried and tested patterns specifically on the what we call it as on the chart patterns. So whenever you come across such kind of scenarios, which on an ongoing basis, whenever you are analyzing the charts, you will see these patterns for sure. So the best part is like you have to basically look at their patterns and plan your entry. Okay. if any one of you wants this particular piece of information, I can send this to you on your email addresses also. You can have a look at it, study this yourself also. So these are very important, guys. Like you will see, like today in the morning itself, I was able to plot a lot of these patterns on the chart. And trust me, sometimes it's very beautiful. Like just now we did one downtrend wala, like breakout strategy we did, where we were able to check and enter into a position, and we were able to put a 1:8 risk to reward ratio, almost $300, 300 points move, and it was a beautiful strategy that we were able to plot this way. The same way, all these things what you see, like when you look at this chart, it might be looking like, oh my god, how difficult is that, how difficult it is to remember and all. Trust me, the more you're going to keep this and plot this on your charts, you are going to learn all of this, and you will be able to plot it yourself and plan your strategy. So whenever I think this particular, these two especially, double bottom and double top, if you are watching me past 1 year, you know that this particular strategy I use way too much. I use it a lot, and probably I might not be using the other ones much, but these two specifically I use way too much. And whenever I told you, whenever I saw this on the charts also, I always gave you guys entry points to enter. Whenever we saw double bottom, I told you to buy there, and whenever I saw a double bottom, a double top, I always told you to sell over there. This, so when you see this W forming on the chart, this is where you will enter for a long position. You will take profit and then exit from here. When you see an M forming on the charts, this is where you will enter into short and you will put a take profit here and exit. So take profit is totally dependent on you, how the markets are behaving on that day. If it is a 2% market, you better don't set like two unrealistic targets, like 1:4, 1:5, or something like that. 1:2, you achieve it, get out of it. 1:3, you see it, you get out of it, depending on the market movement as on that date. Now, these two perhaps is very, 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 very common. Maybe all these things we might not see them like too much happening, or very like a lot happening and all that. But yes, these two happen way too much. So this is something which you can pick up always. And then I'll show you maybe on the charts also, if you are able to, look for this information. Let's have a look at bullish continuation. See, this is an ascending triangle. So when price is like moving, and it becomes more narrower as the price is moving. So this ascending triangle, so you draw two trend lines trying to put an ascending triangle, and then take your buy entry from your take profit as 1:2, and then get out of it. The same thing happens in the bearish scenario also. So you see that price, as it moves, it becomes more narrower as it is moving down, and this is where you take a short entry and you take your profit here and get out of it. So there is very common thing which you will come here see, this is like bullish wedge and this is bearish wedge. The only difference between the two is, like, as you see in this scenario, in the ascending triangle, basically it kind of price as it moves further becomes narrower. But in this scenario, you see the price is not becoming narrower, but it's kind of like moving in a wedge direction. Like, you can see that it's kind of the narrow between this two basically is not uh, is the only difference. While the triangle is very sharp movement that we're talking about, in the wedge, basically it's a slight difference. Like, it kind of is not a very sharp move, but it's kind of moving in the direction. And then you can see that price, as it goes about, like, uh, breaks past this. Now, one important thing is, guys, when we are talking about breakouts, I told you very clearly there are two things that you need to see. Breakout can be like either with a very long body that you are referring to, very big candle with a very big body but no wick, or it can also be like multiple candles that are forming after the breakout. So don't simply because there is a breakout happening here, suddenly you take a position is not the right idea. You have to wait for proper confirmation, and the confirmation comes only when you're seeing that price is basically moving in like either a big candle with a very big body is forming, or at least two to three multiple candles, whether it's a red candle or a green candle doesn't matter, and if it's in bearish uh, you know side or it's a bullish side also doesn't matter. It all totally depends. Like if you're taking a buy position, yes, you have to see for the green candles. If you're taking a sell position, you have to see for the red candles. So both the ways you have to ascertain that and see that at least three candles in both the directions is forming, or at least one big candle with a very big body has to form. Then only you will take a like position in that direction. This, I think, triple bottom is the most common one, which is not something, I think this, you guys would have seen it multiple times. Even triple top, I think, would have seen multiple times. I think these are very common. For these to plot can be a difficult scenario, but mostly these four are very, very common on the chart patterns and, uh, on the candlestick pattern chart actually. So I will come back to bullish flag, bearish flag, inverted head and shoulder, bullish symmetrical triangle, bearish symmetrical triangle, falling wedge and rising wedge in a little time. Like I will join you guys, but before that I want to take a small 5 minutes little break here, and then we'll talk once we are back up, back from the trade. Sorry, Tom. I'm so sorry. I actually missed out on your comment. Guys, sometimes I'm like looking at too many screens and I miss out on your chat. So sorry about it. Tom, I feel very bad that sometimes miss out on your guys. I miss out on answering to some of you at times because I'm looking at different things, and sometimes I'm like in the flow of talking that I can't. I won't be able to respond. So I'm so sorry. I have anyways responded. Tom, please come back. I know you asked me a question and you just went away. So I'll answer you once I'm back from the break. Okay, guys, I'm taking a small 5 to 10 minutes of break. We'll continue after a small 5 to 10 minutes of break. Okay. 601704. Thank you for joining in. I want you guys to be patient. I will be back in a little while. Okay. And the rule, if you want to basically we stand the chance to win some free giveaways, you have to basically deposit funds into your account, okay, during the stream, and multiple depositors or people who are doing very big deposits into their accounts, like good minimalistic amounts or whatever amounts, you guys can stand the chance to win free giveaways to utilize this platform for that purpose. Like you got free crypto, same way you can get some free giveaways. So be like make sure to basically join these sessions and get some free giveaways during this session. Okay. Hi, 60107 6010704. I'm going to join in a little while. Okay. Any questions you have me, please feel free, shoot out the question and don't hesitate. Ask me anything you like. So, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you so much for joining in. So, as I was telling you, that bullish wedge, sorry, not bullish wedge, triple bottom, triple top, and I think this one, which is basically double top and double bottom. These one, two, three, four. These four specifically are very, very, common when it comes to pointing it out. Like you will see this very often, and even these two, I think, are spotted very quite often. Specifically when any kind of reversal is most likely to happen. These kind of head and shoulder patterns or inverted head and shoulder patterns. So whenever you are seeing these kind of patterns, this is where you can point your entries. So if you want, I can share this with you guys, even on your emails or something. Like you want me to share it, or you want to make a note of these things on, like take a picture, or you want to basically uh, like whatever you want to do with it, you can save this if you want, because this is very, very important, especially when you're planning out a big entry, like you're trying to swing trade, or you're planning out a very long entry or something. This is the best way to trade, because ultimately these patterns actually are found both on short funds, like short time frame also, and they are also found on the bigger time frame. So however you want to use, you can use it, no problem in it, okay. But what happens here is, when you're planning your long term entry also, you can use this and trade accordingly. So I want you guys to make a note of this, or maybe you can also take a picture, or what you want to do with it, save it, and then trade accordingly, okay. So today crypto is a bit shaky. We all know Bitcoin is hovering around 101K, sliding in recent sessions, with broader crypto market capitalization is down by 2 to 3% in 24 hours. Liquidations, high leverage, stronger USD are major culprits because of this. Stocks are also not that great. Global equities, they have also dropped, as big tech and AI hyped names took a hit. US indexes, S&P 500 is down by 1 to 2%. Nasdaq is basically down by 2%, and majority of the CEOs at the major banks are warning of possible 10 to 20% correction ahead in the current market scenario. So safe havens are, uh, glimmering definitely. Risk sentiment reeling, gold and bonds are catching some love, while investors are backing away from the riskier assets currently. So how you're planning your strategy, how you're doing it, you have to basically look for uh, various things while you're doing it. let's if you guys have already noted this down, what I want to do is, guys, I want to basically look for these patterns on the charts, okay, and let's see if we are able to find this on the charts. Okay, today in the morning I was able to actually look for a lot of this on chart. On Swiss chart I was able to plot it actually. Let's see if on a bigger time perspective we are able to find something. Here you can see there is a W. Okay, so the this pattern which you have here, which is a bullish reversal W, which is double bottom pattern, you can see it here, guys. So this pattern you can find it over here. Can you see this? I'm going to draw a trend line to show you. And then price from here went up. Can you guys see, like a double bottom was created and price from there went up. There is a double top also here, and after this price went down, which we can see here. This is on a 1 hour chart, guys, so don't get confused. When you're planning your strategy, you're planning it as per a very big, you're planning it as per long-term perspective, not from a short-term perspective. So this entry could have been a little like maybe, you know, taking a trade at this zone or at this breakout could have been very good. See, after this double top, you could have taken an entry at this level, and this is almost like let me just put a short position here. From this level till this was like almost it was almost a 1:2 ratio that you could have achieved. Whereas if the same thing, if I would have planned from this level to that level for a long position, let's see. This is almost like again 1:2 that you could have achieved. Okay. Now let's also find out some more other patterns. So you see how easy or difficult it is, and how you could have easily traded using these patterns. Where is it? Okay, these two we have checked, we found it. Now let's look for all the other patterns that are there, if we are able to locate any of them, and then we'll try to see where is our can we plan a triple bottom entry here? I think yes, looks like even here I think, but here because price went down from here, you can say it's a triple. See this, and this would have been like a triple entry, triple top entry, because if you would have taken a trade at this breakout, I don't know if it's a proper breakout, doesn't look like that great breakout though. This was like almost 0.6. I wouldn't consider this as a proper breakout. It's okay, there's no position here. But this could have been a triple bottom, this triple bottom. No, this is triple top actually. This is triple bottom. So this can be, this could have been a good point of entry for us. Like, let me point out a, let me put a trend line here. The price almost touched this point at least 3 times. And then this also touched this point at least 2 to 3 times. You see, at least, and then the breakout came here. And when the breakout came, see, this was such a great move. This could have been such a nice move. See, guys, this particular triple top that I'm talking about, this one. So you entered at this level. Your entry was here. So let me just plot this on the chart. So if you plot a short entry here, like at this breakout maybe. So this is a 1:1 ratio. If you would have planned even till here, see, went till here actually. Such a nice entry. This would have been 1:3 ratio. But then because this is happening very long, like this is basically very big time that we're talking about. So if you want to lower that a bit, like maybe not take 1:3 or take a 1:2 here. I mean 1:2, it kind of, you could have taken an exit here. That is how you could have planned. See, guys, all these like patterns are getting detected on the chart itself. So even if you're not using indicators to trade, looking at different things out there, can you not plan your strategies like this also? The simplest could be the double bottom and double top, or triple bottom and triple top itself. I mean, I don't want to basically make you guys too confusing, or like I don't want to make your life very complicated, especially memorizing or remembering these kind of patterns that we are looking at. Simpler or easiest way is like you memorize just these four, also you know where to enter, where to exit, and you are bound to make this kind of a, you're bound to make some profits based on this pattern. So when there is a W that is forming on the chart, or when there is a M that is forming on the chart, or when there is a proper triple bottom that is forming, or triple top that is forming, then you know for sure that the price is most likely to go down or up, and then you can take this trade. Or the easiest way is just even fall in double top, double bottom also, you can take a lot of successful trades. You don't have to go for too many complexities. If you don't know how to draw those trend lines, or spot the points out here, or the chart pattern or anything, avoid even that. Just keep your life simple. Just see in this itself, just about in past, like from since the month of November has started, I'm just putting the analysis only for past 5 days, and I'm showing you how many times, if even if you would have take, like you're doing swing trading, imagine example, okay, you entered at this stage, and we kept our risk to reward as 1:2. So say you took a like, with the same amount I'm talking about, you took a trade at 2.3095. You took a short trade here, okay, 2.3095, and you exited. If you exited at this point, my God, what kind of profit are we even talking about? But if we are going to, sorry, $300, I told you 2x lete hain, right? 2x. Even with 2x of the leverage that we're talking about, so you have like $600 divided by 2.3095, and you're exiting at, that is, this is too ambitious number. I wouldn't go for that number. We'll try to exit here only. Okay, so we are exiting at 1.9. So we are talking about, so just between this time till this time that we exited, so we took the position at on 3rd November in at 1 o'clock, and we exited 1:2 at 4th November 11 o'clock. It's a swing trading, so it's a swing that we are trying to capture. So this basically 2 point, this is where we entered. So how many hours are we trying to capture here? So we are trying to capture around like 1 o'clock, means if it is in the afternoon, and then this is basically next day. Next day, almost like if I see this one, so 4th November 8 o'clock. I can say at least like close to 8 hours or something. Yeah, not 8 hours, I think 18 hours or something. Okay. So how much profit did I make? $81, 81.939. So if I say $5 also in this as some kind of fees, I'm still left out with 81.93, means 81.93 minus 5.93. Let's take it. Till I will be left out with $76. And $76 in just about 15 to 18 hours. How bad is that? Is it bad? Is it good? What do you think? So are you able to understand, guys? I'm not trying to complicate your life. This is the most simplest way. Even if without indicators, you guys someday want to trade. These strategies can work very well for spot trading for sure. When it comes to futures, I would rather want you guys to be little cautious. In futures, if your risk taking is very serious, then you can definitely take these kind of trades also. So I don't discourage people going for chart, like pattern trading or something like chart pattern trading. But if risk taking is not something for you, then in spot you can definitely plot all these swings, and your profit is bound to happen if you use these kind of patterns and things like this, these kind of tools to basically trade. If you do not know anything, just memorize these patterns into your head. All these patterns are basically available, and you can see right now clearly on the chart itself. All these patterns can be easily pointed, or can be plotted on the charts, and you can take trades in the most successful way. So if risk taking is something which you are not okay with, and you cannot wait for such long period of time, because I understand we are using margin, and our margin can stay for limited time only, depending on what kind of margin we are using. So uh, I totally leave this up to you. So I have shown you guys in my previous sessions how you can take trades basis, what do you call it as, how you can use indicators and take trade. Today I'm showing you how you can take trades basis various patterns on the chart. And if you are still not very professional, or still not very confident, memorize these patterns. Even if you don't want to memorize all the patterns, first six, only these, 1 2 3 4 5 6, these six also, or leave six, 1 2 3 4, only these four also, which is double bottom, double top, triple bottom, triple top. Only if you memorize this also, just by looking at these patterns and plotting these on the charts, you will be able to take some successful trades, and your profit is, like 95% chances, 95 to 98% chances your profit will happen at any cost. Don't even go for too many complex or too difficult things. Don't memorize everything also. Just by looking at these two to three, four things also, you can take some successful trades. Trust me, this is how you can do it. And as I said, guys, uh, these both strategies or breakout strategies can work for spot and futures. Now, depending on the kind of leverage you are taking, and depending on what kind of a position you're taking, depends on you guys, how it is going to be. Okay, I want all you guys right now, if you want me to guide you, if you want me to handhold you, give you a trade, give you some kind of um, you know trade out here, buy sell opportunity out here, then you have to basically deposit funds. Okay, deposit funds, and you have to basically trade along with me. I can handhold you guys, I can help you out, I can do everything that you want, but if you guys are not going to, if you're going to use my help, then I request you deposit funds into your accounts, get in touch with me, send me the screenshots, get in touch with me, and I will share you a buy sell position. I will handhold you, guide you, give you a strategy, like whether it's for long term or it's for short, or you want to basically do swing trading. There are so many types of trading, not just spot and futures. Spot and futures, of course, there are two different tradings, but there are so many different types also in spot and futures. You want to do scalping, you want to do swing trading, anything that you want to do, get in touch with me. All you have to do is you have to deposit funds into your accounts, and then you do it. Okay, so do I have any depositors? Come on, guys, only half an hour left. I want you guys to be participative, and you guys want me to give you a strategy for trading, how you can trade, how you can swing trade, or how you can day trade, whatever. Let me know and I will help you out. But the criteria is you have to use the deposit button right now on the deposit, on the screen right now. Use that, deposit funds into your account, and then you can basically get in touch with me. Yeah, user 219366. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Guys, you need my help, guidance, and everything. Please get in touch with me, and I will be able to help you out in terms of carving your right kind of buy sell here. So, tell me, guys, any questions for me? Do you need any help, assistance in terms of your trades? Do let me know. Guys, last half an hour left. I want you guys to be come on a big, come on, support us by depositing funds. I want you guys to basically ask me any question, guys. Come on. If you want me to help you out in terms of your trading, how to go about with it from the scratch till you take a successful trade, I can help you out too. Let's see, can we Let's also check on Ethereum's chart, okay? This was on SOI that I have done. Let's see if we are able to get some. Does that fit in any pattern that you're looking at? Doesn't fit in any of these actually. I'm on a 1 hour chart, okay, guys? So all these strategies can work both for futures and for spot. What we're trying to do is figure out long, long positions. This does not come under scalping or something. This comes under swing trading. So if you are trying to capture like bigger movements, you see for quite some time, like from since this time, like almost 2nd November until this candle where the actually the breakout has happened over here. So you can see till almost 5th of November, for at least 2 to 3 days, it was in downtrend. Price was going in downtrend. Then came a breakout. Now, breakout doesn't mean that always you have to have a very immediate candle you enter into the trade. That is now not how it works. Basically, when you see a breakout comes, then at least a very big movement with a very big momentum candle that should happen here, which means a very big body candle should form here so that you can take a trade, or you can take trade when at least 2 to 3 green candles or red candles form depending on which direction it is moving. So here 3 green candles have formed. So it looks like it's a proper breakout that has come here, and taking a trade in this direction is not a bad idea. So this is how it is. And if for example we planned our long position from this point, okay, and we try to keep our risk to reward somewhere around say 2, 1:2. So guys, from this level to this level, It took price around what are we talking about? Like 4 o'clock, 5 hours, 4 to 4th November, almost 6 o'clock. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. At least it took like around more than 15-20 hours. So with the same kind of expectation, if we go with the same kind of probability, so if price is currently standing here, no, from this level, 4 o'clock until 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took almost 14 hours for it to kind of bounce back. So if with the same kind of pace that we're talking about, and we're keeping our targets area, and it takes about at least same 14 hours that we are thinking of, then I think if buying pressure will continue to build up here, next 14 to 16 hours, I think that is where your trade or your risk to reward ratio should be achieved if it bounces back from here. But the point here is now we also have to see few more things, which are how the buying pressure is looking like. And we really cannot say next 15, 16, 18 hours, will it really go up or not? That's not, um, we can't always, like, we can't say 100% that it will happen. So if you're planning your entry here, like you took the position here at this breakout, and you're keeping this is 1:2 ratio. So 3639 in next 14 to 15 hours is what your target should be achieved. So if the price is moving in the same pace direction or with the same kind of volatility, uh, the current scenario, how it is moving, like minus, it was in minus 4.5, 4 point minus 5, something like that, right, in the starting. So how it exactly performed without keeping any deviations, if it goes in the same direction, next 14-15 hours your target should be achieved if we are planning a breakout strategy here. But the opposite of it can also be there. You never know. It broke out, yes. How long will it sustain at this level? Nobody knows about it. Next 15 hours, next 15 hours is a very big time. So if next 15 hours suddenly some news comes up or something bad happens, tariffs, trade wars, cold wars, I don't know what not can happen. So if that happens or any mishap, something happens, I don't know, we might not be able to achieve that target. And if it doesn't reach this level, even at some point in time, like it reaches good amount of, see guys, what we are aiming 1:2 means it's like we are taking an entry at 3,275 and exiting at 3,637, which is a very big move that we're targeting. We can always take out the profits in between also. I am trying to plot this on the chart of 1 hour. But do you really want to make $380? You want to lower down your profits when it comes to shorter time frame, like 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 15 minutes also, or 30 minutes. You can still lower down your profits based on that. You need not keep 380 point move that we are aiming at. But if you're swing trading, you keep a target. Now next 15 days it will be achieved, next 15 hours it will be achieved, next 18 hours it will be achieved. That is something we need to analyze it with different permutation combinations that you're talking about. So that is how it is. And so tell me guys, is trading difficult or easy for you guys? How are you finding it? Do you trade basis patterns? Do you trade basis uh, indicators? I have shown you both right now. Yes, like few all this while I was showing you how to trade using indicators. Today we discussed a little about patterns, and I really don't want to make your life complicated. That's why I told you, even if you cannot remember all these script, like patterns, then only top four also, if you remember, top four, like the right four that we're talking about, or the top two also here, like double bottom, double top, or triple bottom, triple top also. I think still with that also you can take successful trades and you can make profits. Today we tried keeping a target of like 1:2, where we are looking for 380 points move on Ethereum chart, and the expected time for it to be achieved, if the buying pressure at this current stage continues to develop, then we might achieve like 380 points move, which is 1:2 ratio that we're keeping. And it's almost like a 380 point or $380 profit that we are planning. But in case you want to lower down, which is this I kept, because we are doing this swing trading on the 1 hour chart, trying to catch the swings. Not necessary that you want to keep 1:2 ratio. You want to lower down a bit, you can always do that, no problem. Like for example, even if you took a trade at 3,274 at this breakout, by now like 3,394 also is a good move. So how much would that be? I gave you two big unrealistic, uh, 3,394, 3,277. So this also is like $117 that we're talking about. And in how many minutes or hours was it achieved? It was like 0.65 ratio that we're talking about, like 1:0.65. And this was achieved in between 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Guys, between 3 hours, or 3 hours, sorry, 4 hours, I think, when this broke out. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So if you took a position even here, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, between 5 hours, how it can be a bad thing? Imagine you, even if we are trying to minimize this 0.65 is what we're trying to target, you're still able to achieve at least $100 profit that we're talking about. And if I try to leverage this position, say for example, $300 divided by, sorry, into 2x I did, which is like a $600 position that I'm taking, and I'm basically taking 3275. Okay, I'm doing a 3275, and I exit at 3392. It's like in 5 hours, it's like $21 that you're getting. And in that, if you keep $5 also as your fees, you're still getting $16 as the profit. This is how you take your position. And if in case what we planned out and it didn't work out in the exact direction that you're talking about, then you have, because you're taking 2x leverage, so you have current price level is 3274. 3274 into 0.8. So your position can hold till 2619. So you have that sufficient margin. Even if, for example, your trade is not going right, 3275 is what you took the trade at, and it didn't go in the positive direction, it went negative. So up to till price reaches 2619, currently it is at 3391. Of course it is going in the direction we are predicting, but if in case it doesn't go in our direction also, at that time, till it reaches 2619 as the price, your position is still going to hold. And how much is that how much is the difference? Let's see, 3257 we took the position, and two, how much is that? 2691, right? 2619, sorry. 2619, up to 2619 we are able to go. So that's about 20% decline from here. But currently the market is basically running at wait, where is it gone? Market is running at almost, what is the current rate? Current 3.41, minus 3.41 is what it is running at. So if we are talking about 3 to 4%, we still have almost like at least a buffer of 14-15% where we can still recover and we can still make money here. So this is what I'm trying to make you understand, that with 0.65 on the 1 hour chart, I'm trying to locate your this thing. Guys, taking leverage, understanding the liquidations, these are very essential. A lot of traders in the initial phases, when they don't understand how leverage works, is where they actually go wrong. Sorry, I took 2x. No, why did I even actually? I should not do 0.8. I should do 0.5 actually, because 2x is like 50%, right? So if I'm like, so my position will get liquidated at 1637, not even 2619, because 2619 is like the 5x leverage that we're talking about, which is like almost 20% that we're talking about. But 1637 is still a good, decision. Now, how you leverage, how you offset it, how you plan your entries, exits, and everything, it's totally up to you guys. Okay. I hope this is clear for all you guys and you're able to understand how leverage works and Even if you're not using any indicators to trade, even if you don't believe the authenticity of the indicators, you can pick up any swing positions, plot it on your chart, your downtrend, your uptrend, look for the reversals, look for the important points, breakouts, and all of that. You will be able to make successful trade. So with that, we are almost heading towards the end of the session. Anybody who wants to ask any question can do it. Guys, I have my free giveaways always going on every day, every day of our life. So what I want you guys to do is please go deposit funds into the account. I want you guys to make, support us by giving, by depositing funds into your account and trade along with me. Even if you want me to handhold you, I'm ready to do it. I'm telling you guys, I'm ready to handhold and help you guys, but you guys are not taking this help or not taking this. Let me know if you need any kind of help. I'm ready to do that, guys, and I can definitely help in terms of guiding from the scratch, hand holding, and even giving you a buy sell signal. So please get in touch with me and make sure to trade in the right direction. All right. Last 9 minutes left. Still, anyone has any questions, please get in touch with me, guys. So we've achieved almost 1 is to 0.65, and with that only 0.65 only in less than 5 hours, or in 5 hours around close to uh, $21. $21 is what we achieved as profit. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It's a small number. No waste. It's not a small number. $21 means you can think of it. So we have different people joining in. So $21 equals to how much in Nigerian naira? It's like Indian rupees is, of course, it's like almost 1800 to 2000. But in Nigerian naira, I think it's almost sorry, $21 is equal to how much in Nigerian naira? It's like it's roughly 0.0014. Oh God, what am I doing actually? Sorry, no, I typed in wrong. I'm getting the wrong result. So this is on the most least side that we're talking about. So you guys know each country, we have UAE people, we have Pakistan, we have India, Nigeria, Eritrea, all the countries, Indonesia. You know your currency rates. All of you know your rates very well. So when I talk in terms of on the lease side, also I'm saying that after fees and everything, you are left out with $16 here. So how bad is that? Tell me. You convert it in your own, even in your own local currency and see it's amazing return that you're getting. So I am an Indian. I belong to India. For me, $21 is like almost even if I say $16, which is after the fees, I am still like sitting at 1400 rupees as the profit in 5 hours. How bad is that? Without having to do anything. It's just that you have to plot the patterns on the chart, and that is how you trade. So now you know almost in and out of trading. Guys, since 1 year, I've been teaching all the different ways of making profits, how you trade, and all of that. So tell me how difficult or how easy is this? You can either use indicators too, but because indicators are sometimes having latent effects or having very weird things, sometimes it may work, may not work, it may fail, I don't know. So depending on the patterns also, now you know how to trade. And if you don't know, I told you to please copy this cheat sheet, remember all these patterns, and even if you don't memorize all these 1 2 3 4 like 4 8 12 16 patterns, which is I know kind of difficult to remember or memorize, even in these right top two patterns you remember, or top four, which is like double bottom, double top, triple bottom, triple top, only these four also you'll remember. I'm telling you, I can bet that with this four patterns also, you will be able to take some successful trades. It's not at all difficult. It's not at all hard. Today alone on the charts, we were able to plot so many of them. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, like all different patterns we were able to plot. So on an ongoing basis, this definitely does not come under scalping, or it doesn't come under day trading. Yes, it can come under day trading, but it definitely is part of swing trading. You can apply both of them in spot and futures trading and see the results. If you're doing futures, I want you to be cautious and adjust your leverage positions accordingly. So when you're trying to put a target, especially 1:2, 1:3, or much lower than that, whatever, look at the liquidation position. Look at how much margin do you have in account, and is that margin good enough to support in case your trade is going in the opposite direction. So when you get proper answers, that is where you will win, and your trades are bound to win, and you will be basically making some money. And in case you're still not sure how leverage works, how to take trades in the right direction, and you don't know how to size your position accordingly, right, in right or wrong directions, better don't get into futures. Take spot trade. With spot trading also, with current patterns, and by looking at these charts, you can still make profits. And trust me, even the chances of your money getting trapped or stop losses will be very less, even in spot trading. And the best part is, until unless you decide to sell it, your wallet is going to hold that unit of that particular crypto. Only when you decide to sell it off, only then you can discard it. Otherwise, till that time, you are able to hold this. So don't even worry about losing out money. So even if you go by this kind of pattern trading in swing trading, you're bound to make profits. And come and tell me how successfully you were able to make profits and how nicely these strategies have worked for you. I want you guys to come and tell me all the stories possible, guys. Please, 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 please come join me. Come support me, guys. I work very hard in the background to bring good quality content and to bring a good amount of information to help you guys in making your trading journey easy. So please support me by joining these sessions. Deposit funds into your accounts, not my account, your accounts. I'm telling you again. And when you do that, that's going to support me in my work. So please, and in case I also give you some additional help, that you can get in touch with me, and I can handhold you, guide you, help you in every which way to make your trading journey easy. All you have to do is deposit funds into your accounts. Deposit funds into your accounts using the deposit button on the application which you see while I am live, and get in touch with me. If you, I'm not saying take my financial or investment advice. You can always do your own research and take your trades too. But just in case you want me to help you like in any which way, and handhold guide you from scratch till the end, then these are few criteria that you need to do. Okay, deposit funds and I will help you, and that can also get you the chance to win some free giveaways. So use the deposit button as much as you can while I'm actually live. So that is how together we are going to make some money. You help me, I'm going to help you guys, and that is how we all will make a lot of money. Okay, so with that, I'm going to sign off. This is Nida Freen signing off from Zbit. I'll see you exactly tomorrow at the same time, 4 to 8 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. So let's connect. Let's see how it goes. Uh, Today, so many beautiful things that we have come across. I want you guys to please, please, please utilize this and make the most of it. Okay. Till then, take care. Have a safe trading and do your own research too.